Hi, this is Shumi from OVERDRIVE, and that's the new Bajaj V15. We know the V part, that's been teased before. The actual name of the bike is V15, and that actually refers to the displacement of this engine, the new 150cc engine. We did ask Rajiv why the company suddenly seems to have 3 or 4 different, completely different 150cc engines, and he told us that different tools for different jobs, although they might share some components. What is interesting to know about this particular engine is that it's one of the few undersquare engines that Bajaj makes, so the stroke is actually longer than the bore. And while I walk around the bike and you look at it, the point of that is that this bike is all about its torque. Bajaj has not revealed a power figure for the bike today, but peak torque is 13 Newton meters at 5500 RPM, and Bajaj says as much as 12 is available already at 3000. Let's take a look at the instruments. It's a very simple cluster because this is meant to be a cheap motorcycle to buy, relatively speaking. So you've got a nice little speedometer with a analog odometer on it, and on the other side you've got a Bajaj logo. Personally, I don't like the blue backlight on the Bajaj logo. Constantly I keep thinking that the high beam's on. Big neutral indicator, that's always useful, and LED lights, and Bajaj says the last two will turn red when you hit empty, just to ensure that you know that you need to get gas. The warning lights are at the bottom. I'll just show you the key ones. Let's change the background a little. So you see that little nub sticking out the key, that part. What it does is it goes onto the seat cowl. This particular machine doesn't have one. There's an Allen key that goes into that, and you can basically remove that and convert it into a 2-seater or run it as a single-seater. The styling of the motorcycle, honestly, to me is a little bit confusing because there's elements of a cruiser like that. There's elements of a regular street bike like that. I'm not sure what the silver thing is for entirely at all, and the tank would actually make a pretty nice looking cafe racer. So it is confusing, but I assume that the people in this segment aren't so steeped in motorcycling that these traditional divisions will hold them back, so I assume that will work. Let's take a look at the front. It's got a little bikini fairing. I think that's a sign of a premium motorcycle in India, more or less. A naked headlamp with that body would probably look very nice. It's got 2 little running lights there on each side, and it's not automatically on. You have to switch it on. 1 second. Could you move out of my frame, please? Thank you so much. And of course, it's a headlamp. The shape reminds me vaguely of the VFR 1200, but obviously it's just a passing resemblance. This is the front tire. It's a regular 18-inch tire, but it's a 17-inch tire, I'm sorry. 1990 section. These are Euro grips. That's a TVS brand of tire. That's the front disc, but at the back Bajaj has chosen to put a 16-inch wheel, 150 section, also a Euro grip. Again, it's a kind of tire setup that you do for a cruiser, and that's my point about this bike being confusing to me, because it uses a lot of elements from many bikes. However, let's not prejudge this because this bike is not ready to be ridden yet. Bajaj is intending to launch this sometime by March is when the showrooms will have it, and at that point the price will become clearer. I'm expecting about 63,500. Bajaj has said between 60 and 70,000 rupees. And yes, I have not bought up the Vikrant yet because I'm saving that for the last. So here's the Vikrant logo that you'll see when you buy this bike. And the point is that Bajaj brought a lot of the scrap metal from the ship, from the scrapyard. And that metal has been refined and used in the metal used primarily to construct the fuel tank. So in that sense, as the marketing guys put it, this bike has the soul of the Vikrant, although you're not going to be launching any aircraft of that seat, I can promise you that. So that's the new Bajaj V15. Watch out for a test ride on OVERDRIVE sometime late in February or early in March.